Vaheguru, 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 Guru, Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Maharaj was teaching us from last few days about the 4 stages of life. Now, Maharaj is again talking about the 4 stages, but he's going a little bit deep. Now, the characteristics, as in what we do at every stage, more in depth, right? What are the characteristics of a childhood age? What is the characteristics of when we are in the youthful avastha? We discussed a little bit in the last Shabad, but now Maharaj is going a little bit more deep so that there are no confusions left. The idea of Gurbani is Guru. Maharaj wants to give us the complete knowledge. And Maharaj gives us different examples so that we can understand. Because till the time we will not understand, will not take the wisdom of Satguruji, will not be able to understand why this life is the way it is. ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਾ ਬੜੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ, like whenever we are reading this Shabad, we have to go a little bit in depth and compare it with yourself. Compare it with yourself. ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਝਾਤੀ ਮਾਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਪਹਿਲੇ ਪਹਿਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸਟ ਪਹਿਰ, in the first ਪਹਿਰ of the night, the first part of the night, what goes in our mind. Don't look into others again. Compare it with yourself. This is, you're gonna learn a lot. Shri Rag Mahalla Pehla, we are on Ang 75. Pehle pehre रैन के वनजारिया मित्रा बालक बुद्ध अचेत. You know, in the mind of a child, what happens is it's a nothing but playfulness. They just want to play with the toys, whatever their parents give them, some games, some toys, and all that stuff. They just want to do that. They are very innocent, right? If they are not taught about Simran, if they are not taught about, Bani, they will not know. They will want to get distracted. So these days, what happens is, what parents do, we have mobile phones now, right? We have iPads and iPhones and whatnot. So whenever the child, the little, maybe even if it is 2 years old, 3 years old, little child, right? And if they are doing something or they're crying and the parents are getting distracted, rather than helping the kids, what we do, because we don't have a time in this world, right? In this age. So what we do is we give them some phone, some video games, something, so that they can get busy. That's exactly Maharaj is saying. Pehle pehre रहन के बंजारे mitra balak buddh achet. Now compare it with yourself. What happens to you? What happens to us when we are sleepy? Rain is night. At the first part of the night, obviously, when we have little drowsiness and asleep, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to do anything. You just want to sleep. Oh, I'm tired. I'm not interested in anything right now. फिर अपन अपनों भी भूल जाने उस टाइम पे. We forget Vaheguru Ji also. Very rare ones are those who will jump naam at the night time. They will say, oh, I want to sleep. They'll focus on sleeping rather than doing Simran. However, the right method is, when you are about to sleep, what you should do, you should sit and start remembering Vaheguru. Guru. Some people will watch TV. Some people will watch something on the cell phone, right? Till the time they don't sleep. So basically, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਾਲ ਦੀ ਨੀਂਦ. They'll sleep based on the call. ਉਹੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਬਾਲਕ ਬੁੱਧ ਅਚੇਤ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੁੱਧ ਹੈ ਨਾ, your intellect at that point of time is like a child. Achet, ਉਹ ਚੇਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੀ. Just like kids will sleep while playing their toys, while playing their games. Similarly, adults are doing also the same thing. They're looking at their mobile phones, looking into some news discussions or some arguments happening somewhere in the TV or something. They'll sleep while watching, right? So that's why we have to look into ourselves. Pehle pehre rehn ke vanjarya mitra balak buddh achet. Can they, just like balak, just like child is distracted with your toys, you are also distracted. Kheer piye kholai hai vanjarya mitra mat pita Suthet. And they know or kuch nahi nazar aanda. See, Maharaj talking about the days when the TV was not there. But same thing applies now also. Same thing applies now also. There, Maharaj is saying, what is the characteristic of a child if the child is crying? If the baby is crying, what does parents do? They will give them kheer. Kheer as in the milk. Right? कि बच्चे ਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਧ ਪਿਆ ਦਿਓ ਚੁੱਪ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਖ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੈ ਖੀਰ ਪੀਏ ਖਿਲਾਈ ਹੈ ਖਡਾਉਂਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨੂੰ they make him like happy, right? They play with them. ਵਣਜਾਰਿਆ ਮਿੱਤਰਾ ਮਾਤ ਪਿਤਾ ਸੁਤ ਹੇਤ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਸਿਰਫ ਹੇਤ ਹੈ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੈ ਮਾਤਾ ਪਿਤਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ because they know ਮਾਤਾ ਪਿਤਾ will play with me, ਮਾਤਾ ਪਿਤਾ will give me a milk, right? or food. ਮਾਤ ਪਿਤਾ ਸੁਤ ਨੇਹੋ ਕਨੇਰਾ ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਸਬਾਈ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ this is where from this stage itself, at the stage of the baby, the attachment maya comes and grabs them. The attachment will come. Guru Pyaro, remember the difference. Always remember this difference between love and attachment. Love is, there are no conditions. However, in the case of attachment, there's always something there, some agenda is there. So why the babies get into that emotional attachment? Because they know that from their parents they can get food, they can get milk, they can get toys, and they play with them. This is how the world works, right? If you are giving something to someone, they will be happy with you. The moment you stop giving, the moment the agenda is done, it's gone. That's what attachment is. However, the love will remain forever without any conditions. Love is a duty. You have duty towards your wife, you have duty towards your kids, you have duty towards your parents. But it's a duty. It's not emotional attachment. Right? That's why Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਉਹ ਦਇਆਵਾਨ ਹੁੰਦੇ they are compassionate, right? When they will look at a homeless person outside, if you have a capacity, you will give it to them also, right? Not because you are giving, because Vaheguruji is taking that seva from you. That will be in your mind because it's a duty. Mat pita sut neho kanera maya moh sabai. The emotional attachment has come. It's caught by the emotional attachment. The mind now is caught by the emotional attachment, starting from the childhood stage. But nobody is there to tell the baby, the little baby, little kid, Ram naam bin mukat na hoi, budi duja het dub gayi. In duality, we talked about duality, dubida, right? Ram naam bin mukat na hoi. And then you do anything till the time you don't have Ram naam, as in Vaheguruji's naam, not Ramchandra. There's so much going on these days. Like, I'm surprised that even some of the Sikhs, they think that the naam Ram in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji is about Ramchandra. You guys should debunk them, right? Don't argue. But if somebody says in front of you, then talk about the Shabad which you read every day. Har jug jug Pagat Upaya, Paj Rakhda Aya, Ram Raji. In every jug. Now, Ramchandra was not there in Satyug. He was not there. Right? So that's why we need to understand that there was a Satyug, there was Treta Yug, there was Dwapar. Right now also Ramchandra is not there. Maybe his temple is there. Maybe, his idols are there. But he himself doesn't exist now. But in every Yug, which Ram has helped us? Vaheguruji, the formless Ram. Doesn't have a shape, way, or form. Remember that. Ram naam bin mukat na hui. Vaheguruji the naam to hai. Some people can call them Ram. Some can call them Har Har. It's one and the same thing. For us, it's all the same. Because Vaheguruji is there. You call them Ram, you call them Hari, you call them Allah, you call them whatever you want to, right? But he is a formless Vaheguru. formless God, formless Ram, formless Hari, Nirankar. He is in everybody. राम ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਰਾਮ ਨਾਮ ਬਿਨ ਮੁਕਤ ਨਾ ਹੋਈ ਬੂਢੀ ਦੂਜੇ ਹੈ ਬੂਢੀ means ਡੁੱਬੀ ਬੂਢੀ as in it drowned in the duality ਇਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਰਹੀ so much duality that who is Ram, right? So much duality, what we need to do, what is important in our life. We spend most of our time in arguments, in duality, in Duvida. As I promised, with Vaheguruji's Kirpa, we'll talk more about Duvida in Austin camp. Lots and lots about Duvida. Because if थोड़ी जी भी सानू दुविधा दी समझ आ गई ना गुरु प्यारे, little bit of Maharaj will shower his blessings on us and he'll make us understand what Duvida is, how Duvida plays the most important role in meeting the Vaheguru if we don't have a Duvida, and what exactly the Duvida is, what stages there are when we have a Duvida. Then half of our life, I will say most of our life will change. We'll start walking on the path of Vaheguru. कहो नानक प्राणी पहले पहरे छुटेगा हर चेत कहते पहले पैर दे विच तू छुटेगा अभी तां पहले पैर विच. See, we have a very good examples of Baba Tal Sahib. Baba Tal, he was a kid. Guru Har Gobind Sahib, Guru Har Krishan Sahib Sache Pasha, he was a kid, right? We have Prahlad, example of Prahlad, Bhagat Prahlad ji, he was a kid. और छूट गए ना सारे. So our kids also, if we'll give them the good education, if they will sit with us, at the end of the day, it is all the kirpa of Vaheguru. It's all the blessings of Vaheguru. It is because of Vaheguru these things happens, right? It's about the karam of Vaheguru. But we should all try. Kaho Nanak Prani pehle pehre chutega har chet. हर नु चेतना पएगा अचेत नहीं रहना. चेत means remember वाह गुरु हर हर Allah who, or remember that Vaheguru inside you. You have to remember him all the time. पहले पैर दे विच असी remember करिए, याद करिए. दूजे पैरे की करना है जी? What should we do in the second पहर of the night? दूजे पहरे रहन के वणजारिया मित्रा पर जोबन मैं मत. इत्थे की है? In the second पहर is the youthful stage. Calm comes, drugs comes, शराबां comes, right? पहले प्यारे च की हुंदा? दूध, खीर, right? Second पहर, in the youthful stage, what happens? जोबन दी अवस्था दे विच, the person is attracted with the sexual desires, lust, with the wine, with drugs. That's what happens. So now at that point of time, if the guidance is good, if the sangat is good, कहंदे हैं ना पंजाबी दे विच जैसी संगत तैसी रंगत. That's why parents' duty is to check always the company of their children. Because if we'll not see the company, you never know. Whatever the kids, the friends will be doing, they will be doing the same thing. Ehnas kaam vyapya. देख लो सिद्धा ही महाराज ने गल करती. Day and night the calm is there. Ehnas kaam, lust is there. Day and night lust is there. Ehnas kaam vyapya वणजारिया मित्रा अंधले नाम ना चित. कहते अंधे हो गए, अन्ने हो गए, blind. They only see naam, they only see calm rather than naam. Only see calm. Because of the hormones. We discussed this yesterday also. That is the biggest problem, Guru Pyareo. And coming out of the calm is not easy. It's not only in the avastha of the childhood. It is not in the avastha of youthfulness. It goes way later also. It always transfers, even if the person is in the middle age, even the person is old, that calm avastha will be still there. Ehnas calm. ता करके मैंने क्या day and night. काम व्याप्या वंजारिया मित्रा अंधले नाम न चित. जो करन आया सी वो कीता ही नहीं, अन्ना हो गया. काम ने अन्ना करता. The lust, the sexual desire made them blind. Andale naam na chit. Naam chit hi nahi kita. Chit ch naam hi nahi aaya. Naam japya hi nahi. Now we have to see ourselves. What did we do in our youth? Is marriage right? Probably for most of us. ਨਾਮ ਆਪਾਂ ਚੇਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ and we were doing this all sort of stuff. Now still better. People say it is worst. I am a positive person. I think it is still better because you have internet. If there are bad things in the internet, there are good things also in the internet. So ਜਿਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਹੋਣੀ ਹੈ at the end of the day it's all about the ਕਿਰਪਾ. It's all about the ਸੰਗਤ. ਸੰਤ ਜਨਾ ਮਿਲ ਹਰ ਜਸ ਗਾਇਓ ਕੋਟ ਜਨਮ ਕੇ ਦੁਖ ਆਇਓ. ਅਗਰ ਬੱਚਾ ਸੰਗਤ ਚ ਆਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਤਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਜ਼ਬਰਦਸਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ. And what I have seen is, and I can see my daughter also, right, when they go in the bigger classes, upper classes, middle school, 7th grade, 8th grade, after that the homework is more. They will say, oh, I have so much homework, I don't have a time. I don't have a time for Japji Sahib. I don't have a time for Simran. I don't have a time for a Raj Sahib. I don't have a time for Kirtan. That happens. Now it's up to us. What is the environment we have at the house? What can we do? How can we do? Saturdays and Sundays I used to teach in the Khalsa school here in the Gurdwara Sahib. And what I've seen is after the age 12, the population of the kids will start dropping in the Gurdwaras. Up till 12 years, it's still okay. After 12 years, they'll stop coming to the Gurdwaras. Because, why? Because after the age of 12, there is no interest left in Gurbani, no interest left in Ethan, because they have interest in the other things. But it is our duty to help them. ਪਿਆਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਜ਼ਬਰਦਸਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਜ਼ਬਰਦਸਤੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਰਾਮ ਨਾਮ ਕਟ ਅੰਤਰ ਨਾਹੀ ਹੋਰ ਜਾਣੈ ਰਸ ਕਸ ਮੀਠੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਰਾਮ ਨਾਮ will not be there inside, meaning they will not be jumping, they will not be remembering ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਕਟ ਅੰਤਰ ਨਾਹੀ ਹੋਰ ਜਾਣੇ ਰਸ ਕਸ ਮੀਠੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਰਸ starting at the age of 12 onwards, teenage and all, ਬਾਕੀ ਰਸ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਦੇ oh music, sports, games, right? Any other thing other than ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, other than Gurbani, ਬਾਕੀ ਰਸ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਿੱਠੇ ਲੱਗਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ. And you know, sometimes I talk with parents, they say, oh, my child is astray, is not walking on the right path. And the question is, what are we doing? Are we walking on the path? If we are not setting an example for our kids, if we are arguing with each other, if we are, doing all sort of stuff, kids see that. They say, koi fayda hoya nahi. Right? And that's how they become a young person. And then when they're 18 years old, they are anyway in these countries, they are on their own. They're not living with you. So you don't know what they're doing. Again, I'm not trying to discourage. What I'm saying is the biggest opportunity we all have is to connect our kids with the Gurbani Guru. And we can try things. Don't ignore. Try every day. Our job is to try. Rest is all the karam. Rest is all the kirpa. We have to try. Ram naam kat antar nahi hor jane ras kas meethe ज्ञान त्यान गुण संजम नाही जन्म मरोगे झूठे. This is the second pair. देखो मैं कुछ ना yeah we are fine. ज्ञान त्यान गुण संजम नाही. Na ज्ञान, which ज्ञान? Maharaj has an onkada here. Maharaj talking about naam da ज्ञान, Brahm da ज्ञान. He's not talking about the worldly ज्ञान. Our kids have a lot of worldly ज्ञान, isn't it? They'll read books, they will watch stuff. Worldly gyan, I think in today's age, worldly wisdom is more than any other when we were young, isn't it? But Maharaj says Gyan, which Gyan? Brahm Gyan is not there. The Gyan of Vaheguru, the Gyan of the righteousness is not there. Dharam da Gyan. Dhyan, Gun, Sanjam, Nahi. Dhyan kitho aana? If there is no Gyan, there cannot be Dhyan. Dhyan as in putting your focus on one. Putting your focus on Naam. First on Gur Shabad, then on Shabad. Gun Sanjam Nahi. If the person will not have a Gyan and Dhyan, Gun te Sanjam bhi nahi aunge. Qualities will not come. That's why these days we have so many problems, right? There is depression, there is anxiety, there's so much. Because Gyan Dhyan is not there. Guna are not there. Then the Sanjam is also will not be there. What is Sanjam? Self-discipline. We have to do this thing, we are doing it. Now compare this thing with yourself. Do we have Gyan? Do we do Dhyan? Do we have Guna of Vaheguru? Do we have Sanjam? Sanjam ਕਹਿਣ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੰਜਮ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਣਾ ਸੰਜਮ ਸੰयम Hindi word is संयम content self discipline right to do everything with the wisdom of Guru संयम nahi janam maroge chuthe and you will be caught in the cycle of life and death. जूना च जाओगे जन्म मरोगे झूठे in the lies. The whole life become a lie. तीरथ वर्त सुच संजम नाही कर्म धर्म नहीं पूजा. कहते Maharaj is saying even these empty rituals has a value. The when you go in the youthful avastha कर्म धर्म ते कुछ लगदा ही नहीं तीरथ भी सानू कुछ नहीं समझ आउंदी वैसे ते in Gurbani तीरथ is about the naam but Maharaj is saying still it is helpful. See Guru Pyareo, when we take our kids especially to India and Punjab and all, we should definitely take them to these pilgrimages, these Tirath. Not because they are going to meet Vaheguru there or have a connection with Vaheguru. They'll get connection with their virasat, their history. That this is the place, Seesganj is the place, Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Sache Paatshah with Bhai Satidas, Bhai Matidas, Bhai Dayala Ji, he gave up his life in Chandni Chowk. Why? To save Dharam. Not to save the particular Dharam, to save the Dharam. Noble living, honest living. People have a right to choose their path, their spiritual path. We cannot tell somebody, oh, Sikhism is better, because Gurbani doesn't say that. Gurbani says, again I'll repeat, which we repeated yesterday, Sarab Taram mein Shrestha Taram, Har ko naam jap, Nirmal Karam. That is the Taram. But unless we will not take them to these places, because they have to see the visual. It has been, this is a research which has been done that people learn more when they see something visually. When they will recognize, okay, the Chandni Chowk is the place where Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Sache Pasha, Kashmiri Pandits came to them and he said, you are our Guru. If you will do the sacrifice, we will not be converted to Muslims. And if you will convert to Muslim, not that Islam is wrong, the way that was done was wrong. And but if you will convert into Islam, then everybody will convert in Islam. And what did he do? His son, who was 9 years old, Guru Gobind Singh Ji was not Guru Gobind Singh Ji then, he was Gobind Rai. He told him to go and sacrifice for them. And he did. Who does that? ਉਹ ਤਾਈਓ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਅਗਰ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਇਨਸਾਈਡ there is no more for our family. This is only naam is resonating. Wherever you see, you see why Guruji inside and outside. That's why Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, we call them a Satguru. And not only them, he did it, even his Sikhs. Sikhs were so disciplined, so much in love with their Guru in those days. They said, if our Guru will do it, we will also do it. And when Pai Satidas, Pai Matidas, Pai Dyalaji, they were asked, when we are cutting you in two halves, when we are putting you in the boiled water, when we are burning you alive, where do you want to look? They said, we want to face our Guru at that point of time. That only can happen when you have Naam in you, not when you have calm in you, when you have Krodh in you, when you have Lobh in you, not when we have lust, greed, anger, attachment, ego in us. It can only happen when, with Vaheguruji's Kirpa, we have won over them. So dikhaniyan na thama. There's two Sisganj Gurdwara. Just again, I'm not very good in history, but there are two Sisganj Gurdwara Sahib. One in Delhi in Chandni Chowk. There is another Sisganj Gurdwara Sahib, which is near Anandpur Sahib. You should go there also. And it is also Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib. When his cease was taken by Guru Pyare near Anandpur Sahib. His head's saskar happened there. His Guru Pyare the naam ki si unhone? Pai Jeta ji. Pai Jeta ji. Go there, show them the places about the Chote Sahibzade, Vadde Sahibzade. Tirath, Vart, Such Sanjam nahi. Asi leke nahi jande. We don't take them to these places. Vart, Such Sanjam nahi. Such, what is? Okay, there is a literal meaning of Vart. Vart is fasting. Such literal meaning is also there. But we have to have a worth of mind. What is mind's worth? What is the fasting of mind? Again, going away from these five thieves. The literal meaning of Tirath is going to the pilgrimages. But the mind's meaning of Tirath is when we connect with the Naam, when we visit Naam every day. That's Sukham Naam. Such, one Such is, okay, hygienically, right? You should not be eating somebody's touched food and all. But what is the real Such? Naam kehat Gobind ka Suchi pai rasna. When we will chant Vaheguru from our tongue, then our tongue will become Suchi. Sanjam nahi, self-discipline. Character comes. Are we being played by lust? Are we being played by greed? If yes, then that means we don't have a sanjam. We are drinking alcohol, eating meat and all. That means the sanjam is not there. Discipline is not there. Nahi karma tarama nahi puja. Karam here has an onkar again. Taram also has an onkar again. Nirmal karam. Nirmal taram. Har ko naam jap. Nirmal karam. That nirmal karam should be there. Japping the naam, chanting the naam, making our mind free of thoughts, the unwanted thoughts, the automatic thoughts. But ऐ सारा कुछ कृपा दे नाल होना. नहीं पूजा भी नहीं करते. Sometimes these outside rituals also help. We should not be so much into it that के भाई बाहर अगर ਆਪਾਂ कोई बच्चा देग दी सेवा कर रहा है, कोई चौर साहब दी सेवा कर रहा है, we encourage them. They should know how to make deg. They should know how to do the chor sahib seva. The kids should know how to take a hukamnama from Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. They should know how to read Gurmukhi. Okay? All these things. But Maharaj says, when our mind is so much impacted with these five thieves, we are forgetting everything. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਏ ਭਗਤ ਨਿਸ਼ਤਾਰਾ ਦੁਬਿਧਾ ਵਿਆਪੈ ਦੂਜਾ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਾਏ ਭਗਤ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਭਗਤੀ, ਪ੍ਰੇਮਾ ਭਗਤੀ। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ, till the time we will not love, ਨੇਹੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਣਾ ਰੱਬ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਮਾਤ ਪਿਤਾ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਨੇਹੋ ਆ ਗਿਆ। ਜਿੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਸਤੇ, till the time we will not have a love for ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ, we will be in dubida, in duality, will not understand the life, will be always confused। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਿਸਤਾਰਾ ਤਾਈਓ ਹੋਣਾ, we will only get liberated if we'll have love for ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਆਓ ਜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰੀਏ, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ bless us with the naam so that we can also have love। Love will only come when our thoughts will go away, when we will chant and listen। गाविए सुनिए मन रखिए पाओ। आओ जी शुरू करिए। When we say वाह, tummy in, listen to your own voice। Guru, tummy out, listen to your own voice। There is some message here। How about we ji reading a spiritual book before sleeping? Oh, so this is, who is it? Harpreet, I think. Yeah, Harpreet, this is your question. How about reading a spiritual book before reading? Not bad, but as soon as you're done, do implement also in your life, right? That's good. You learned something from a spiritual book, very good. Now close your book, right? Or if you are listening to audio book, put it away your earphones and just do. You'll sleep very fast. Just do Wah Guru, and you'll sleep. And whole night will be spent in a very nice way. That's why we read Suhela first, right? Suhela is that in the night we should remember the praises of Vaheguru. If the last thought will be about Vaheguru, when we will wake up, our first thought will be also Vaheguru. That's whole the idea is. Aao ji Guru Pyareo Simran kariye ji. When we say Vah, tummy in, Guru, tummy out, and listen to your own voice. Aao ji shuru kariye. Vah Guru, 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 Guru, Vah 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 Guru, Vahguru, 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 Guru, Vahguru, 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹਮ ਅਵਗੁਣ ਭਰੇ ਏਕ ਗੁਣ ਨਾਹੀ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਾੜ ਬਿਖੈ ਬਿਖ ਖਾਈ। ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਭਰਮ ਪੈ ਭੂਲੈ, ਸੁਤ ਦਾਰਾ ਸਿਉ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਲਗਾਈ। ਇਕ ਉੱਤਮ ਪੰਥ ਸੁਣਿਓ ਗੁਰ ਸੰਗਤ, ਤੈ ਮਿਲੰਤ ਜਮ ਤਰਾਸ ਮਿਟਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ